What's up, everybody? This is Scott at Clocked Out with another video in the garage. Today we're going to be working on my fiance's truck. Her muffler is actually rotted off and fell on the highway. So I bought these cheap mufflers off of eBay, and we're going to put these on and then run the exhaust somewhat out the back. So first I have to grind up the other muffler because I'm a terrible welder and I didn't like how it looks. So I'm going to grind it up and make it look a little better. And then we'll get these fitted underneath the truck and see what we're going to do after that for piping wise. I'm not sure if I'm just going to have them turned down or if I'm going to have them go a little bit farther out the back. It's just a farm truck. We're trying to get it a lot quieter while we're driving it. So now we're going to go outside and we're going to try to get these to fit on the truck either with a clamp or possibly weld them on, which I don't really want to do. But I'm going to clean up the rust and kind of see how it looks and see what I can make happen real quick. So let's head outside and try to get this exhaust on the truck. I'm just trying to get these welds knocked down here. And apparently I cut this at night. This one didn't fall off, this one did. Apparently I cut it kind of shitty, but we're going to try to see if I can get them on. Ignore how it's held up. This is an old farm truck, it'll be alright. So let's get it grinding away and see if we can make something happen with this. Okay, so laying under the truck here, trying to test fit the mufflers. I'm trying to debate if I want to try to weld on a bunch of rust or try to clamp on a bunch of rust. So kind of it's going to be up to the clamps if they want to fit over this or not. I didn't order everything the right size, so kind of just using what I got. I'm trying to put these on and see what happens. There we go. A lot nicer of a cut there. Hoping we can use these clamps. I don't mind welding the rest of it. I don't want to weld on this rusty crap at all. Alright. Now it should for sure fit. Yep, like a glove. It's alright, maybe we can get some pipe to go over the rear axle since it's angled up like that. But yeah, so we're going to try to slide the other one on and see how it fits. I am going to put you guys down for a second because my hands are getting cold and I'm getting impatient. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and clean this up and get it ready to weld. I'm going to run this 4-foot-ish pipe out the back with a couple of little like turn down pieces. We're going to weld that onto this muffler here, and then we're pretty much all ready to hang it up under the truck. Pretty curious how this will sound. I'm trying to get it as far out the back. It'll be just past the rear axle and then it'll drop down. So let's grind this up. And then we'll have to spray this down because it's got oil on it. Spray some brake clean on it and let that dry. So let's get these all ground up. So just like that, she's all cleaned up. And this part's gonna go in there. But this is covered in oil, so I'm going to end up spraying all these pieces down. This is what I plan on running out the back. Just turn down instead of all the way out the back, it'll just turn down past the rear end. So I am gonna eat something real quick, spray these down, clean them real good, let them dry. Then I'm gonna come back and weld all these together. And then we'll throw them under the truck and jump start the truck because it's dead. And hear how it sounds. All right, so we got, this is what we're working with. It'll go all the way and then these will be turn downs just with the pipe I have. I got it all tacked up relatively straight. It's really gonna show if it's straight or not once we put it on the truck. But it is just a farm truck, so I'm not too worried. When I do this, I might be a little pickier. But even this is just my truck. It's a little rat rod truck. Yeah, it looks okay. So we're gonna start welding the rest of this and then build the other one right next to it. right, so I got both sets of mufflers and all the piping welded up. Now I just got to figure out how I want to hang them. Um, the first ones I did, my welding is really bad, but as I got the machine adjusted and kind of figured out how it would weld on this metal and everything, because I am not a welder by any means, but I think I got it pretty dialed in. I mean, they are not perfect at all, but they definitely look a lot better. And the way I weld them is I just sit there and I tack all the way around, just because I don't want to burn through the exhaust. All I have is a flux core welder and runs really hot, heats up the metal really hot, so I just tack all the way around. And so far I've had good luck with it. The mufflers I welded had good penetration and everything. So now the fun part. Let's figure out how I want to hang these up, get these all on, and fire up the truck. All right, sorry about the weird angles. Working on this thing while I'm laying down on the ground outside is not ideal. So let's get the first piece of exhaust up and over here without hitting the new Mercedes. All right, so this one, go up and over the rear axle here. Okay, you can scratch it a lot. They're pretty strong. Let's pull this clamp off. All right. The nice thing is if it's too loud for her, these will just be clamped on. There we go. All right, we'll tighten that one up. Oh, that shouldn't go anywhere. Oh, let's see if we can slide the other one on. All right. Now, it might just smack together a little bit. I don't really know what to do about that. I guess we'll just find out. I'll fix that at another time. Now to the back end. All right, so for now, I'm just going to hang these up with this wire here. I did not really think about how I wanted them to hang or how they would fit. So I'm hoping. Well, I kind of made a whoopsie. I think it'll be okay. So for now, I'm just going to hang them up with this wire. Right to the exhaust hanger, actually. This is just our farm truck, so it ain't got to be too good. All right. I did notice something that might become a problem, but we'll worry about that if it is a problem. I got two exhausts like straddling the strut there. I don't know how I managed that. I guess I wasn't paying attention. That's kind of where they both just point though, so we'll try them there, and if not, I'll pop them down and move them. But for now, we are going to fire this girl up, see what she sounds like. Got old reliable. Gonna jump start this truck. Fucking thing almost never lets me down. Now that it has a new battery, new transmission, new alternator, and all that good stuff. Exhaust pipe because the hood stopped staying open. So yeah, I'm gonna let this charge for a little bit, and let's see how this thing sounds. I did go through and I hung it up a little better. I am worried I'm gonna have to take it off and move it around the strut, obviously, which I'll just have to do. But for now, we can at least hear what it sounds like, maybe take it down the road, and then I'll swap it all around. All right, so we got her all running like a champ. Sounds pretty good, a lot quieter than I thought. It's got a little leak by these clamps here. But I think we're gonna leave it. Maybe I'll weld them later when I got the garage open, as long as they don't fall off. It sounds nice though. We're gonna go take it for a test drive. She sounds pretty good. She's a lot quieter than I thought. I got a little leak at the exhaust clamps that I tried to fix, but for the most part, I mean, it's way better than having no exhaust. But I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like. I'm going to take off down the road a little bit so you can kind of hear it. And I'm also curious what it sounds like too. Man, I'd say she sounds pretty good for a $80 exhaust system. I'm gonna try to close up that leak at some point, but man, does that sound good. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. This is Scott, clocking out.